afternoon, gentlemen of the press. Press briefing by the Oyo State Commissioner of Police, held at the Oyo State Police Command Headquarters, LLA, Ibadan, on Wednesday, 13th May 2020. Latest update on Oyo State Police Command efforts at combating crimes and criminalities in the state. During this period of COVID-19 pandemic, the Joint Security Patrols through deployment at all the entry and exit points in Oyo State Command to enforce the government partial curfew from 20:00 hours to 06:00 hours, and the 24 hours convoy patrol of the local government offices through motor parks continues. The Joint Special Task Force operation of the Oyo State Police Command and other assistant security agencies in the state is also in progress. Aside from the foregoing, the personal monitoring of the curfew enforcement in Oyo State by the Commissioner of Police with routine visits to Ashejire, Onigari on the Lagos-Ibadan Express Road, Idianyore, Ijebu-Ode Road, Bakatari, Abeokuta Road, Orile-Igbo, Ogbomoso, Kwara Road, and intensive patrols across the State Command is being sustained. This has invariably reduced crimes and criminalities in Oyo State. This effort is aided by massive deployments of additional manned police patrol vehicles, including SRS, Skynet, SARS, AKS, Federal Soxeva Highway Patrols, POF ADA, FSARS, and Convoy Patrols 1 and 2, as well as the Special Task Force Patrols. I therefore wishes to seize this opportunity to continue to solicit from members of the public their unrelenting support by constantly supplying us with credible information that will enable us to continue to be proactive and combat crimes and criminalities in Oyo State Command. The command can always be reached through these emergency control room numbers: 615 toll-free, Oyo State Security Trust Fund, and the Oyo State Police Command emergency lines. Therefore, in the last 1 month, the command recorded some breakthroughs due to the support of the people and proactive measures put in place by officers and men of this command. They are as follows. Obtaining goods under false pretense of stealing. On the 8th of May, one Adebayo Ayobami, age 29, of Oluyole Estate, Ibadan, who claimed to hail from Ibadan, Oyo State, was arrested by men of the CP monitoring unit for fraudulently defrauding innocent people of their valuables on the pretext of paying for goods and services with fake credit alerts. On the 15th April 2020, at about 1840, Adebayo entered into a shop belonging to one Sani Olusegun, purchased one iPhone SX Max, value 310,000 naira only. Thereafter, he dubiously made transfer of the said amount to Sani Olusegun's Zenith bank account, but was later discovered to be a fake alert. The said Olusegun later reported the case to the police, and discreet investigation led to the arrest of the suspect. Investigation further revealed Adebayo have used the same tactics and tricks to swindle about 4 or 5 other persons. He collected phone worth 45,000. He collected clothing worth 36,000. He collected another clothing worth 188,000, etc., etc. Some of the items he also obtained through such fraudulent means included the iPhone S Max phone, one air conditioner, a defaced Nigeria Army identity card, and army-colored Nika camouflage. Arrest of suspected robbers. On 5th 2020 at about 19:00 hours, the man at toll gate arrested one Hamzat Kazim, a bus driver, with his Mazda bus registration number Ds, conveying domestic cosmetics products along with his conductor, was relayed by a trio of Dawda Yusuf, Kasim Oladejo, and Akim Mukaila, aged 41 years. The hoodlums arrived at the scene with a Bajaj motorcycle, and thereafter they dispossessed the person of his property. Eventually, the police moved in, and 3 of them were arrested. Impersonation. On 5/5, one Femi John, 45 years of Orioke, Manda Iseyi, was seen within Iseyi metropolis in a full police uniform, impersonating and parading himself as a police inspector within the town. Upon information received at the police station, the said Femi John was arrested, and when searched, a police warrant card of an inspector was found in his possession. Investigation revealed that he was dismissed from the Nigerian Police Force in 2004, and thereafter was again arrested and charged to court and convicted. But rather than repenting, when he came out of prison, he continued with his activities, and again, the police have succeeded in arresting him. He will soon be charged to court. Arrest of armed robbers, kidnappers, and recovery of 2 AK-49 rifles. On 30th April 2020, at about 20:00 hours, the police team and the local vigilante group detailed at a spot near Esaru village via Ido town along Irua Igwora road to enforce the dusk-to-dawn curfew on movement of persons occasioned by COVID-19 pandemic. In the course of enforcing the curfew, the group sighted 3 men on a motorcycle and we are stopped for routine check. But the 3 men suspected to be members of an armed robbery kidnapping syndicate who have been terrorizing members of the public in the area, fled from the scene into the bush, abandoned the operational motorcycle and a bag which was strapped to the motorcycle. The police and the vigilante team alerted the SAS operatives and the policemen from Ido Division, led by the DPO, who were also on routine anti-crime patrol in the area. On searching the bag, they discovered 2 AK-47 rifles with 2 magazines loaded with 30 and 8 rounds of live ammunition respectively in the bag, belonging to the fleeing suspected armed robbers whom kidnappers. The combined team of SAS operatives and policemen from Ido Division later combed the nearby village with the support of the local vigilante men, and in the process, 2 of the fleeing suspects, who later identified themselves as Wakili Muhammad and Ali Ismail Abari, were arrested in their hideout. Upon interrogation, they confessed to be members of a 4-armed robbery kidnapping syndicate and explained that the AK-47 rifle recovered in their bag were normally used to perpetrate their nefarious criminal activities. They further explained that they were going to Odogun in Ado-Hawaii village, Irua, to kidnap a cattle dealer when they were intercepted by the police and the vigilante team. Investigation is ongoing. Let me also seize the opportunity to inform members of the press that on April 20, 2020, at about 01:30 hours, a distress call was received by the DPO Akpata Ibadan that some members of a notorious armed robbery syndicate who were armed with guns, cutlasses, jackknives, and some other dangerous weapons had invaded wire and cable community, Akpata area, Ibadan, attacked members of the community in their houses, and also dispossessed them of some amounts of money, cell phones, laptops, TV sets, and some other valuable items. In the course of investigation, the police arrested all the armed robbers, including their receivers, and all the items stolen from that particular environment were recovered intact. Some of the items recovered was 1 locally made gun, 6 live cartridges, 3 walkie-talkie devices, 1 jackknife, 1 army face cap, 2 Dell-top laptops, 3 plasma TV sets, 19 cell phones, criminal charms, and the operational motorcycle, a TVS motorcycle. Arrest of suspected armed robbers, murderers, and cultists. On the 11th of April 2020, at about 10:00 hours, a distress call was received at Sayo Division and SARS office, Dugbe Ibadan, that there was a serious pandemonium at a building construction site in Sokelu village, Olunde area of Ibadan, between members of two rival armed bandit gangs known as 1 Million Boys and Bomb Photo Boys, led by one Abiola, aka Ebila, and Moshood Oladokun, aka Ekupemi, respectively. The members of the rival gangs who had hitherto been unleashing mayhem on innocent members of the public in parts of Ibadan metropolis for several years and had attacked, robbed, and also inflicted severe bodily injuries on some innocent members of the public. Sequel to the distress call, a team of SARS operatives and special operation team set up by the government of Oyo State swung into action, and on getting to the scene of the crime, the leader of the Bomb Photo Boys was found in the pool of his own blood, but he later died of his injuries. The SARS team commenced investigation into the matter, while the special operation team prevented any form of reprisal attack. In the course of intense and detailed investigation, the owner of the construction site, who identified himself as Babatunde Oladako, and 5 members of the rival armed bandits, who had identified themselves as Assis Oyadino, aka Olori Odo, Opeyemi Kolako, aka Olobo, Shola Sunday, M. Nuruddin Adeogun, aka Eji, and Bayonle Hamid, aka Blackberry, were arrested in connection with the murder of Ekupemi. The following exhibits: 3 poisonous knives, 1 cutlass, 1 handsaw, 2 hammers, 1 axe, 3 pairs of scissors, which were used for the criminal activities when Ekupemi was killed, and some wraps of wheat suspected to be Indian hairs were recovered from the suspects. Upon interrogation, the suspect confessed to the crime. Investigation is now in progress to arrest other fleeing members of the criminal gang, including the gang leader known as Abiola, aka Ebila. Well, let me at this stage inform members of the press that we have a very strong lead on this individual, but I don't want to comment further. There were several other instances of what has happened in this instance. For instance, again, on the 21st of April, at about 08:15 hours, 2 notorious members of an armed robbery syndicate who specialized in attacking commercial motorcycles and dispossessing them of their motorcycles was intercepted one Sally Wadewoye, a commercial motorcycles at a desolate spot at Idikon Road, Ibadan. The hoodlums were armed with guns who attacked the motorcycle, also dispossessed him of his Bajaj motorcycle, registration number, this, and cash with some valuable items, and fled from the scene. The victim quickly alerted a team of SARS operatives who were on routine at the crime patrol within Ibadan metropolis. Sequel to this, the SARS operatives gave them a hot chase, and in the process, 2 hoodlums, who later identified themselves as Muiz Agbola, Raphael Aweda, were arrested at another location where they were about to attack and rob another member of the public who identified himself as Temitope Ogunjobi, a pig milk distributor. 2 locally made pistols with 2 live cartridges and Bajaj motorcycle, which the hoodlums snatched from the earlier motorcyclist, was recovered from them. Upon interrogation, they confessed to the crime and series of similar criminal activities they had masterminded within Ibadan metropolis. Investigation is in progress to arrest the other fleeing members of the association, of the group. However, let me also seize the opportunity to inform members of the press that in the course of enforcing the curfew occasioned by the pandemic, the Oyo State Police Command have so far arrested 325 persons. Number of policemen injured were 10, including one of my DPO, the DPO Ilora. Number of vehicles damaged were 3. Number of vehicles impounded were 222. Number of motorcycles impounded were 241. Number of tricycles impounded were 61. At this juncture, let me seize the opportunity to appeal to members of the public that In the recent past, our attention has been drawn to some stories, unverified stories, and half-truths being placed on the social media as the gospel truth about incidents and events that are happening that happened in Oyo State Police Command. Without being specific for now, because we are still investigating some of them, but we are sure that some of these publications ought not to have gone or been published because the stories are not true. We are not saying those concerned should not carry out their responsibilities. What we are cautioning for, what we are appealing for, is in line with the ethics of the profession that we may belong to. Ensure that the stories are relayed with the truth being the focus of what exactly transpired. Embellishing and twisting facts is not going to serve any one of us any good. One, it's an appeal for us to look at the ethics of our profession. This comment is particularly meant for those who operate on the social media and they throw stories without verifying from the police or from the source what exactly has happened, and we think that will not be good enough. It is in our collective interest and the collective interest of the entire people of Oyo State for us to work together without unnecessarily causing panic and making people to be jittery. It's an appeal, and we also want to use it as a form of warning to those who may want to continue in the line of carrying such stories. Let me, at this stage, thank the press for the wonderful job they've been doing and telling members of the public the activities of the police in Oyo State. We want to quite appreciate them and we want to appeal to them to continue in this line. Thank you. This group, the knives, the long knives, appeared to be part of the natural dressing. But when it becomes, at the same time, it can easily be turned to a weapon. And that was exactly what they did. Use it against a traveler in a golf vehicle and subsequently attacked another person before they were arrested. And the golf vehicle owner identified them as the one who attacked him. And these are the weapons found on them. This is a This group attacked their victim, went to his house, took money, took whatever they can lay their hands on. When the report was given to the police swung into action. They were arrested. Some of the money they stole were recovered from them. And this is what you have. And this young man, remove that your face mask, is the son of the victim, the biological son of the victim. That he gave the information to his gang to come and rob his father. And if you fall into his hand, he will deal with you. If you escape, you escape. But this time around, he went on operation, he was arrested, and this is what he has been using, and it was recovered from him. These are the people that pursued. They went out, operated, took the motorcycle from a victim, and then used the same motorcycle to pursue somebody else, the big milk dealer. The man, let me also use the opportunity to advise members of the public, particularly our women folk. I observed one motorcycle following me. Then when I branched, then they followed me. No. If you have any inclination that you are being trailed by any Okada rider, please branch at the nearest police station or call the police at any area that you know, along the road or anywhere you see policemen doing stop and search. It was the activities or the prompt action of the pit-me distributor that led to their arrest. After taking the motorcycle from the owner, the man observed that a particular motorcycle was following him. So he called the police officer that he knew, that I think these people are trailing me and I'm going to so place. So the police went and laid ambush for them. And lo and behold, they came around and then they were arrested. And this was covered on them. The level of compliance is still not satisfactory. But then, the compliance level is something that we continue to work on every day. And that is His Excellency, the Executive Governor for your state, Engineer Makinde, has also, in company of the security agencies, including the Commissioner of Police, have also gone around to the border areas to monitor the level of compliance in this period of the pandemic. Like he said, it is not 100%, but then it is still work in progress. I will continue to work on it until we are able to achieve desired objective.